Recording.
Okay, Margie, welcome. Nice to
Not
see.
hearing anything. Oh, wait a second.
Margie, do you hear us?
Yes.
Margie, do you hear us?
Yeah, I do now. I had my sound off. That was why.
No.
That makes it hard to hear.
Say that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay. I want to welcome everybody. We're going to hold off on roll call because George is coming, but she hasn't gotten here yet. And what is Theory 9?
I don't know.
Theory 9, they're an organization in the district.
What you guys doing? Represent a nonprofit organization, Theory 9, also representing the KHTC Coalition for the People's Money.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome. We were just about to begin the meeting. I think we're going to hold off on the roll call until Georgia comes, because then we'll have a quorum.
Okay.
Chairperson's report. Our resolution concerning the bill in the city council, as you know, passed, and it's been transmitted to our council members. There wasn't much pending business. I don't think there's really much to report in terms of going on. I'm going to be acting vice chair for the moment, and we'll see as time goes on how Mary Ellen does.
Okay, good.
I think that makes sense, and I'll take those responsibilities. And that'll give her the whole summer
Right.
to recuperate. We only have one more meeting in June, and the dates in June are different. Artie, what's the date? It's just at the end of June for our meeting and the full board.
Full board meeting, yeah, it's on Wednesday, June 25th at Wave Hill. And we'll be on Zoom as
Full
well.
board. I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's the full board. Yeah, that's the full board meeting.
Oh, Wave Hill. I got married at Wave Hill.
There you go.
And when is the next aging committee meeting? That's also not the usual.
No, the next aging committee will be in September. So this is the last meeting of the
Oh,
term. Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was not aware.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we should wrap up what we want to do, and maybe if we're going to do anything over the summer, talk about that. We have two pieces of unfinished business. I don't know that we want to start on those yet because we don't have a quorum. And we also have approval of the the May 8th committee meeting minutes. But again, we don't have a quorum yet. So I think we'll hold off on that.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry, I'm not recognizing someone.
The side of my face?
Hey, Georgia, it's Artie. Are you joining the meeting? Okay. We'll see you shortly.
Hello, I don't recognize you.
Barbara, it's
Yes.
Aubrey. We met last time. I'm not really sure where the camera is.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I came in
Aubrey.
person. I came in person. I was over at the neighborhood house picking up my vegetables from the CSA. So I thought I'd stop by today.
Okay. And you, I don't know who you are. You represent?
River Spring / Hebrew Home.
Oh, got it. Okay, a pleasure. Okay, so we have RSS and River Spring. Excellent, excellent. I think the first thing is to Margie, do you have anything that you want to talk to us about?
I don't think so. Nothing. I don't know. It's been a long day, so nothing jumps into my head.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm really bad at names, but Theory 9, the representative, tell me your name again.
My name is Shakir. Everybody calls me Chip.
Chip,
Yeah, everybody calls me Chip if it's easier.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to say to us or ask us?
Wanted to just let you guys know we do a monthly food pantry the last Friday of every month over there at Full Playground. Also,
I'm
we
sorry,
are
can you just say again where you do the pantry? I
at
didn't hear it.
Mary Curry High School
Okay,
Cedric Avenue.
on Cedric Avenue.
Oh, okay.
So we host those the last Friday of every month. The next one we are hosting is June 27th. Starts around 12 o'clock, but as you know, food pantries and the line begins at 8 o'clock. So you know how that works. And also on the people's money, there's some ballots. There's some things on the ballot to help the elderly folks. So we were trying to get that pushed as well. Maybe you guys can get some things done and get some things done in the community for the older folks as well. So we're just trying to push that for KHCC, which is the coalition I'm part of.
Okay. Let's make sure that you're in the resource guide.
Okay.
Go over the resource guide.
Is that ballot electronic, paper ballots? How's that work?
So we have both paper ballot and I have an electronic link. I was trying to see, usually there's a chat. I was going to send a link here, but I don't see the chat as well. So I could
If you
just
can
email it though.
Yeah, if you can email it to our office, our email is on the website, on the Bronx Community Board 8 website.
Will do.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
And Georgia is on, by the way.
Georgia.
Yes, I'm on.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you, dear. I'm sorry.
That's
Thank you.
okay. Not a problem. Not a problem.
you.
We can do roll call now.
Yep,
Artie?
sure. Mary Ellen Gibbs is absent. Barbara Kale,
Here?
Georgia Santiago,
Here,
Doyle McCarthy.
Here.
Okay,
And the chairperson of Community Board 8, Julie Reyes, is also present on Zoom.
great. Okay, I'm looking now for approval of the committee minutes, May 8th.
Right.
Any questions, amendments, comments, edits?
No comments, Barbara. Do you have a motion to approve?
Comments? Okay, can I have a motion to accept the minutes?
Motion. Yeah, to accept the minutes.
Thank you, Doyle. Doyle, could you flip your screen a little so we could see you better? There, now that's better. Okay,
Okay.
Doyle has a motion. I'll second it. Any objections? Abstentions? Okay, approved. Good enough. We have two pieces of unfinished business. The first is the status of bills in the Senate and the New York State Senate and Assembly supporting the request that the city allow its employees to choose their healthcare plans, Medicare plans. We sent, as I said, we sent the proposal to the full board. It was passed. and Hank, and I've forgotten his last name, but it begins with a P.
Yes.
2 meetings ago,
Mhm.
Hank asked us to look at the Senate and Assembly bills. I did a little research. To the best of my knowledge, the bill was introduced October 23rd to the Senate. And it was then assigned to the Labor Committee, and it died in committee. It was never introduced in the Assembly, to the best of my understanding. Now, what we can do, I'm thinking, and I want to know the will of the committee here, is we can take the existing resolution that we wrote for the bill in the city council and revise it for our state assemblymen, or state senators and assemblymen. But hang on just a sec. Aubrey, did you have anything you wanted to say? I'm sorry, I missed you.
No, I'm fine.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. What's the committee's perspective on that? What's your will? First, should we, do we want to support it? I'm going to reiterate that, although it seems like a forgiven conclusion, I want to have it on record. Do we want to support that our state senators and assemblymen introduce and support this bill? Is that the will of this committee? I'm looking for a response.
First,
Well-
Barbara,
I'm sorry,
I just wanted to ask, I
please.
quickly read the Assembly and the Senate bill before the meeting,
Yes,
and I think it says something like employers cannot change established agreements.
yes.
Is that exactly the way we put it to the council? That's what I'm wondering. Or is it different? When we supported it 2 meetings ago,
Yes, we supported the same,
same thing. Employers cannot
thing.
change
obviously,
changes.
not the same language, but
Right,
the same thing.
okay,
The crux of it is that these employees, when they came on board, were told that they could choose from Medicare Part B or Medicare Advantage.
right,
They chose Part B, and now the city is telling them you can't have Part B because it's
right.
expensive. And that's the crux of it, as I understand it.
I think it is the crux of it. Yeah,
And so, yes, we are supporting the city employees whose contract was, at least in my opinion, I don't know if I should give it, but in my opinion, the contract was violated.
right.
Contract. So the question now, Georgia and Doyle, is do we want to support a similar bill in the New York's at the state level, in the Assembly and the Senate, and tell our representatives there they should support it?
I think we should.
Okay, Georgia.
I would agree with that because it would be kind of difficult to make a decision in what you just explained, to wait until there's some, that they come in, and then we could decide then whether to accept that or not.
I'm sorry, could you repeat? I'm not sure.
For for the city councilman that you just said, we
Yes.
could wait until that it changes and then decide
Oh,
then.
wait until they
Just
make,
leave it as it is now.
wait until they make their decision. Is that, it's a little hard for me to hear you.
I'm
Wait.
sorry.
That's
My
no, I'm also, my hearing is not the most wonderful either. And this isn't the clearest. But you're saying wait until we find out what goes on.
I would just, what you said in the beginning, I would agree with that.
Okay,
When it changes, just see what hour, if we could take it to the assembly.
okay. So we could do one of two things. We could put the existing resolution
Uh-huh.
and share that. We could put that up on Zoom and share that and edit. Or if you like, what I can do is do an edit that would make the changes necessary for the for the New York State level. I don't think there are that many changes.
Uh-huh.
And I could edit it and send it out to everybody. We do need to do this before the full board meets, right?
Yeah.
So which would you rather do? You want to edit it on screen, or shall I take a first crack at editing and send it all to you?
The second, I would say.
Okay, I'm happy to take a crack at editing. I'll do it in the next day or two.
Okay,
And then we can do a round robin, if you will, via email.
fine.
Doyle and Georgia, you can get back to me.
Okay,
Oh,
And then
Thank you.
Artie and Farah, and if you have any other comments, you can get back to me too.
Hey, Barbara,
You got it.
can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm using my phone. I'm not clear on this. I just wanted to give my little 2 cents. I think it's nice that your committee would be proactive and do a resolution now, so that the elected officials know where we stand before any decisions are made or changed.
yes, which is why I think we should do it now before the next legislative session goes into,
Yes,
before the
and-
legislation goes into its next session.
Exactly, and you'd have to take a vote now so that when you draft your resolution, you can put the vote count in it. Because we can't do vote counts via email or text or anything. So if you took a
Ah.
vote now and drafted the resolution, then your committee can, give you input into the resolution, but at least you have your vote count.
Okay, so so I'm not clear. We can take a vote count on the resolution to be edited. Is that,
Exactly, and then present it to the board.
I didn't know if that was legit. Okay, then let's, if that's okay with everybody else on the committee and on the Zoom, including if that appears okay to everybody else on the committee. I can't include the other people. I'm sorry.
sounds correct to me, the way to do it.
Okay,
great.
Doyle, you're good with that?
Yes,
Okay, I will move that the committee approve a resolution to be sent to our states and New York State Assembly and Senate representatives as an edited, that is the same as the resolution sent to the council
right,
and as edited.
right, correct.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Are we good with that? Do I have a motion?
I so move.
Okay, I'll second it. Okay, anybody opposed? Anybody abstain? Great. Okay, and I will send the edited version out in the next couple of days.
Thank you.
My pleasure, so we can all look at it. I don't think it'll be heavily edited. I'll take another look at it. Okay, moving on. We're on a roll. I tell you. The next piece of business is an update on the senior resource guide. Now, I have an electronic copy of the senior resource guide that Dion updated. I didn't print it out. It's about 30 pages. It is different from the 2016 resource guide that I have, that Julie gave me printed. But it needs some editing. I noticed the first page was dated 2016. So we need to edit that. Then there's an introduction by Dan Paternak and Lisa Dow. And we need to, I think we should keep that as, you know, the first edition and their contributions. And then we would need to have another updated one citing you guys in the office, Dion, and our members of the committee. I think that makes sense. So the question is, where do we proceed from here with the senior resource guide? My understanding is that it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, so
That-
the office will look it over, Barbara, and we'll make those edits. And then send it over to the committee for your review, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, it is ongoing. So we'll
Okay.
keep everyone posted.
Okay, I'm going to review it just to familiarize myself with all the services and see if there's anything that I know about that might need to be added. Do we want to ask these entities? I don't know if it's too much of a project. Do we want to ask these entities to review the entry and whether they have other organizations that should be added?
I think it's a good idea.
I think so too. The question is the logistics of it. How do we want to do the logistics? Do we want to do, does the committee, is it something the office or an intern might do?
So I know Deontay did the outreach, so I'll see if everything there is up to date, Barbara.
Okay,
And if any organization is missing, we'll be sure to have them on there.
One thing,
And Farah's coming to add one thing.
Department of Aging also mentioned they have our, they're gonna see what updates also and make some recommendations to add to the new brochure.
And I know the borough president came out with a senior resource guide too,
Yeah.
right? So we'll see what they added on there, and
that's right,
yeah, if we can add,
absolutely.
yeah.
And see if there are things there that we don't have. And I don't know if it's appropriate, but we could offer her ours as well. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's appropriate.
But
I-
if you want another second set of eyes, I'm happy to do a review.
Oh, that would be great.
I have no idea where I'm looking, you know, it's like, am I here, am I there, am I up here?
That would be wonderful. I think the more it circulates, the more complete it will be. And the more eyes on it, the more complete. And then after, once we get a version, let's maybe aim for early fall,
Good idea.
to do some stuff over the summer. Once we get that, I think we should set up a regular review every 6 months, every year at least, to keep it up to date. And maybe a plan. I'd like us to be a little more active in terms of reaching out to people, telling them, hey, this is here. Go,
No way.
Well, you
Come up
really
with-
should also have a lot of the organizations that are listed in there should be like posting it on their websites and things like that. So, you know, I think that we'll want to really think about what a communication plan is once it's ready.
yes, so I think along with the regular review, that's absolutely a great idea.
Yeah, I'm totally happy to work on a communication plan for you guys.
Great.
That's my job.
Okay. I'm thrilled. Anything else that we should be doing for the senior resource guide? Any-
I haven't seen it. I'm assuming that everything in there has links in it so that it's that kind of a document.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. I took a quick look. It all has links
Okay.
and it looks nicely laid out. It's clean. But I haven't read through all, it's like 30, 40 pages. And I want to read through those. And I haven't done that yet, the updated version.
I suggest having a date that you can confirm the final review so that it can be printed and put into work.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we only have 2 weeks left of this fiscal year. So I can't imagine it can be done by then, but definitely over the summer with all the changes, there should be some kind of date you're all reaching for to have it final, so we can print it up and get it out to the community.
Do you have a suggestion for a date? October, November?
Yeah, I mean, in the fall would be great. It's up to your committee to know what's possible. So you can decide in September what that date is and work on it over the summer in the meantime.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like a good idea. Okay. I think we have plans then in place for the senior resource guide. Any new business? Anybody want to bring up some new business? Okay. I guess we're ready to adjourn. Let me yeah, I'm good. I guess we're ready to adjourn.
Okay, thank you.
My
Is there a
pleasure.
motion?
A motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Barbara. Have a good
Right,
weekend,
July.
everyone.
Barbara, thanks everybody.
Thanks.
A delight. All right, I move we adjourn. Take care.
Good summer, everybody. Bye.
Bye.